This is Joey D with UTVUnderground.com. We spent the year filming the Polaris RZR all over North America. We shot mud, rock, sand, and trail riding. We even went and shot some of the baddest UTV racing on the planet. In this episode of the Polaris RZR Tour presented by UTVUnderground.com, we take a look at the Best in the Desert and WORCS racing series and check out the two premier UTV races in North America, the General Tire Mint 400 and the King of the Hammers. Best in the Desert Racing is owned and operated by Casey Folks and consists largely of volunteer off-road racing enthusiasts dedicated to the sport of racing. The philosophy of the organization is to provide top-quality, world-class off-road racing events, and more importantly, to make those events exciting, fun, and challenging. The Best in the Desert series includes 6 races spread out across Nevada and Arizona throughout the year. There are 3 classes of UTV racing, including the production-based Pro UTV class, the Sportsman UTV, and the DSR-1 class. So whether you're new to desert racing and have a limited budget, or you're a full-blown factory-backed team, there's something for everyone. In 2012, Polaris went big with their factory-backed Jagged X team, campaigning 3 UTVs across 2 classes at the Best in the Desert series. Jagged X is considered the premier team in the UTV class at Best in the Desert, accounting for a combined 5 championships in 6 years. While Jagged X always seems to be the team to beat, this year a new Polaris-powered team forged to the front of the pack. Coastal Racing's Scott Kiger and Mark Holes would find a way in the final race of the season to edge out the competition and take home the 2012 Pro UTV Championship in their RZR XP 900. WORCS Racing started in 2001 and has been a home for professional and amateur UTV riders for the past 4 seasons. They now feature 4 classes of UTV racing from beginner to professional and are known for their unique 3 to 10 mile race courses that combine very fast open desert stretches with hyper-technical motocross track infields. The folks at WORCS typically hold 9 UTV races throughout Nevada, Arizona, Utah, and Southern California from January through October. Without a doubt, WORCS has become the premier UTV short course racing series in the Southwest. In 2012, factory-backed Polaris driver RJ Anderson of Walker Evans Racing competed in his first full season with WORCS. With multiple wins and podium finishes, it came down to the final race for the 2012 Production 1000 Season Championship. Unfortunately for RJ, a mechanical near the end of the race would rob him of his chance to hoist the big trophy in his rookie season, thus allowing hard charger Ryan Piplick and his XP 900 to be crowned Production 1000 champ. RJ's Polaris teammate Cody Raiders in the UTVUnderground.com RZR 570 competed in the Production 700 class. Cody would dominate the season and bring home the WORCS Production 700 championship. We look forward to seeing both Cody and RJ back at WORCS next year and look forward to the introduction in 2013 of the new Pro UTV WORCS class, where racers will now compete for payback and contingency dollars. The success of WORCS could be credited to one simple fact: it's affordable. Entry fees are cheap and rules to compete are simple. Factory machines are encouraged and only slight safety modifications are required at WORCS. It's one of the few forms of off-road racing where you can go finance a machine at a dealership for between $10,000 and $20,000, invest a couple of thousand in safety mods and accessories, and go race with the best the sport has to offer. The Mint 400 is the oldest and roughest off-road race in America. It's held annually just outside of Las Vegas and has been run by everyone from Parnelli Jones and Al Unser to Steve McQueen and Ivan Ironman Stewart. Currently, it is the marquee off-road race in the United States, with over 350 teams representing 14 countries and 22 classes. Pre-race festivities rival the famed Baja 1000 and are held on Las Vegas's famous Fremont Street. Where else as a UTV racer can you drive your machine through historic Las Vegas, sign autographs, and give your sponsors the exposure they surely desire? The race is sanctioned by Best in the Desert and owned by the Martelli brothers, who added 3 UTV classes in 2012 to the grueling Nevada Marathon. The annual Mad Media-produced Mint 400 television show and DVD are arguably the best off-road shows on the planet right now, and to throw UTVs in the mix is a huge step forward for the industry and UTV race teams. King of the Hammers is 1 part rock crawling, 1 part desert racing, and takes place each year in February on public lands in Johnson Valley, California at the famed Hammers Trail area. The race has evolved from 12 teams racing for bragging rights and a case of beer to more than 150 teams competing before thousands of fans, both live and online. Thanks in part to the International Side-by-Side Association, there are multiple UTV classes in the King of the Hammers race. UTVs compete in conjunction with $100,000 Ultra 4 Unlimited rock crawlers that are purpose-built for the race series. In the past 4 years, the King of the Hammers UTV race has only seen 2 separate race winners. 3 of the 4 wins were by Mitch Guthrie, with Jagged X's Brandon Schuler winning the only race where Guthrie would not be on top. In 2012, Guthrie took on the Hammers with a new RZR XP900 and put on a clinic. Guthrie checked out from the competition to take the win and finished 7 minutes ahead of second place Todd Stevenson and a full 30 minutes ahead of third place John Crowley in his UTV guide RZR XP900. Polaris RZR vehicles accounted for 14 of the top 16 finishers at the 2012 King of the Hammers race, solidifying it as the top UTV for rock desert racing. The future of off-road racing could not be more exciting. In 2013, the SCORE International Race Series will be adding a Pro UTV class to the San Felipe 250, Baja 500, and the granddaddy of them all, the Baja 1000. Matt Parks of Jagged X will take his Polaris factory-backed XP4 900 down to campaign in Baja, bringing further attention to the RZR line and to the ever-growing sport of UTV racing. A resurgence of UTV racing is bringing back car counts to the Lucas Oil Off-Road Racing Regional Series as well. And we recently found out that the folks at Crandon are considering implementing UTV racing to their competition schedule. That would put UTV classes on the world's most famous and challenging outdoor off-road racecourse. When examining the current state of off-road UTV racing, one thing is clear. The Polaris RZR is consistently and overwhelmingly the platform of choice for building race-winning UTVs. The combination of the vast and growing aftermarket RZR parts industry combined with the thriving race fabrication market means that anyone can buy a RZR and with very few modifications be racing the very next weekend. Polaris has proven that research and development from race programs mean better, stronger, and more capable machines right from the factory, and that is really exciting to see. In the next episode of the Polaris RZR Tour presented by UTVUnderground.com, we head out to Mesquite, Nevada, where we will partner with Wally World of Side-by-Side Outfitters and a few other friends to set out on an off-road adventure ride to the Grand Canyon. You won't want to miss this epic adventure.